What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't joined us before, my name is Albert from the Hobby Gunsmith, and today we are going over something special. It's a little pocket pistol. If you haven't noticed, it's right there. So, this is the Erl Svendsen 4 Aces. Now, the Erl Svendsen is a pepper box style little 22 short. It is a Derringer, so the trigger pull on this is extremely heavy, but it needs to be because of the format of the pistol. So the cool thing about the Svendsen is the 4 Aces is actually made by a little gun maker back in the 60s out of Chicago. He ended up moving to Illinois, then to Texas, been kicked around, but basically this was a handmade little Derringer pistol. They're awesome, they're rare to find, and it has a cool feature in where the barrel itself has a cluster of 4, and then what rotates is the firing pin. So if you notice on the firing pin is the one that rotates to each individual chamber, right? So as you pull back, it rotates. We're gonna pull this forward, and then you see how it rotates there, how the firing pin is rotating. So the firing pin is actually what rotates and indexes to each barrel, which is pretty cool. Now, these aren't the most accurate little pistols. They're more of a novelty, in my opinion. They are fun. They're conversation pieces. It's a brass receiver, steel barrels, and then you have the steel firing pin and a spur style hammer on it. So it's a pretty cool pistol, pretty cool history on it. I picked this up a while back, never really got rid of it. This is the 4 Aces. I really enjoy it. It's a fun conversation starter. When we go out to the range, it always gets little looks over because nobody really sees what you're shooting, because as you can tell, once you have it in your hand, there's basically not much you can see. So you see this at the range and you're like, what is he shooting? It's basically this little guy, right? So the barrel does slide forward. It has a slide on the actual system, so your barrel, instead of pivoting or rotating, it slides forward since it uses 22 shorts. Little rounds go in there. It does not have an automatic ejector or extractor, so you have to basically or either tap it down so your rounds fall out, your spent casings fall down, or you got to pick at it with your nail to get those empty cases out. It is a fun little pistol. All right, overall weight on this guy, 4.8 ounces, so just shy of 5 ounces. It is very light. It's a little Derringer, but it feels heavy at the same time. So that brass actually gives it a little bit of weight to it. It does come with some, I want to say, black polymer plastic grips, possibly. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a cool little pistol. I mean, these were made in the 60s and throughout the 70s. As time progressed, they went from 22 shorts to 22 long rifles. So there's 2 variations of it, but these are getting harder and harder to pick up and find. So if you do find them, it's a nice little collector piece. Pick one up. They're only going to go up in value. But I'm excited to take it out to the range and let you guys take some get some footage on how it performs. Like I said, it's not the most accurate pistol. It's like a bad breath distance pistol. In reality, 1 to 3 yards, and even at 3 yards, I doubt you'll hit your target where you want. So let's take it out to the range and let's have some fun with this little 4-barrel Derringer, also known as the pepper box. Alright guys, so we're out here at the range with the Erl Svendsen, the 4 Aces. We're gonna take the first shots, show you guys how it performs. It's a fun little Derringer. I'm not gonna lie, I've always been excited to bring it out to the range, get people's looks, because as you can tell, the size is what calls everybody's attention. So let's get 4 shots down range, see how it goes. So loading it is fun. As you can tell, it uses 22 shorts. and with that rotating firing pin that we spoke about on the tabletop. So we are good to go. And ready? So the only shitty part of this is there's no extraction, so you gotta kind of like get your finger in there and pull out the casings. Not a biggie, but if you're used to automatic extractors, kind of bummer. But as you can tell, how accurate it is. I mean, Derringers are fine for little pocket pistols, and if you're really at bad breath distance, but that was 4 shots, and do you see any? That is literally one of them. Now, if I'm aiming here, how'd it end up here? That just shows you how inaccurate those little Derringers are. They're fun. They're nice little conversation pieces. That's about it. You're gonna have like a little tabletop pistol, pocket pistol, little show-off piece. Friends come over, hey, guess what I got? Show them that little thing. But as far as self-defense, it's a talking piece. I'll give you that. All right, guys, so we just got out of the range. We tested out the pistol. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did so, hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification so YouTube lets you know when we release new content on our channel. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll leave links down below for all the tools and equipment that we use. Catch you on the next one. Peace.